farmers are systems managers. They don't grow a single crop. If you realize that a normal farmer in the humid tropics, for instance, they have maize intercropped with legumes, they have some animals, they might have some trees. So farmers have pretty integrated livelihood strategies, as we say that with some jargon, meaning their money, their activities are really much more complex. We also see that when we show in the lab or in the field that your potential yield is this high, what farmers get in practice is that low, meaning there's a big yield gap. To understand why that is, we can't just look at one crop. We have to have a much better understanding of the system, of the farmers with their sort of pretty complex sets of activities. Agriculture is on this side, then it has to go to the food industry. So our understanding has grown to go from agriculture to agro-food systems, dealing with inputs, dealing with farmers, dealing with the food industry, all the way to the consumer. Understanding that is much more complex and requires a holistic systems approach. It can mean that when you look at climate smart agriculture, yes, you have drought resistant varieties, but at the same time you're trying to share with farmers information about, for instance, seasonal weather forecasts, and you try to offer them insurance products so they can manage their risk. They may have extension on their phones like nutrient managers that tell them how to use inputs best in relation to the long-term weather forecast. So we're providing different sorts of information, different sort of technologies that the farmer can bring together. For many people, farming systems research has everything to do with empowering the farmer, making sure that we listen to farmers. We do that through innovation platforms, for instance. So that is, for crop breeding, that means participatory breeding, taking the traits that farmers, and then we generally say farmers, but those farmers might actually be women. Are we aware of what it requires when you take women farmers and what the traits are that they need? Are we able to get those prioritized in our breeding programs, and can we involve them indeed in coming up with innovations that work for them? Can we take these different participants in the innovation process and make sure that they jointly co-develop or co-own the innovation process?